The NHL Stanley Cup playoffs start today. Is the best time of the year. And thankfully, I don't think it's actually thankfully, but thanks to a playoff structure that infuriates most people, we have this fun little NHL Stanley Cup playoff bracket challenge that we can do. And now I need a quick little disclaimer. You might have already got a sneak peek of what's on here, but if you're coming here for like actual insight on who you should pick or who's probably gonna win, I'm gonna tell you this is probably not this has been everywhere. This is probably not the video for you. I'm here doing my Stanley Cup playoff bracket of chaos. These are the matchups that in a fun, crazy world that I would like to see, because what I love most about the NHL playoffs is that they're unpredictable. You never know what's gonna happen. Just looking at some of my initial picks, they don't seem too crazy, but trust me, they get crazy. First up, we have Tampa and Columbus. If Tampa loses, the best team in the NHL is out in the first round. Chaos. If the Blue Jackets lose, they went all in and they're out in the first round. So chaos either way, but I picked Tampa Bay for this one. Next up, we have Boston and Toronto. I feel like a lot of people are actually picking Boston here. I'm gonna go with Toronto on this one. And this has everything to do with the fact that I am demanding that Toronto and the Islanders play some point in the Stanley Cup playoffs, because the drama there, I don't know if my Twitter timeline can handle it, but I really want it. So that's my primary reason for picking Boston. Who do I think is really going to win this series? We all do, because that's going to be an amazing series, an amazing matchup. Next in here, we have the Caps and the Canes. Now, this one's a little bit difficult for me because I find both of these teams highly entertaining, both with their play on the ice and off of the ice. I have to pick one, so I picked Carolina. I was lucky enough to be down in Raleigh in the game where they clinched, and just seeing how much it meant to them, I would absolutely love it for them to go to the second round. I think a lot of people are picking Washington, again, rightfully so. But this is the Stanley Cup bracket of chaos, and I would love to see Don Strawberry's head explode. So, going with Carolina. Drink time. Final first round matchup, sorry. Got margarita on my face. Final first round matchup in the Eastern Conference, Pittsburgh and the Islanders. This one really shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone because I've kind of already said what I want, Toronto Islanders matchup. And it's also an easy pick for me because I'm a Flyers fan and I'm legally not allowed to root or pick for the Pens in anything. I'm gonna go to the first round in the Western Conference now because the first round is really where all of the true chaos happens. So getting right into it, Colorado and Calgary. Somebody that wants chaos, you think I would go for Colorado. But what I love about Calgary is I feel like a lot of people aren't really giving them the full credit they deserve. I think they are a fantastic team. They are super exciting. And I'm going to give away my bracket, but maybe you can see it. I haven't gone all the way and winning it all. This is how strongly I felt about Calgary. There's something wrong with me. So that is why I picked Calgary. The next up on here are San Jose and Vegas. I picked Vegas. There really isn't anything crazy here. So the next matchup in the Western Conference, we have Nashville and Dallas. This is one of those crazy picks that I feel like isn't super crazy because it actually could happen. I feel like a lot of people in Nashville are not feeling super hot about their team right now. Like, obviously everyone thinks they have a chance when they get to the playoffs. Like, and that's true. Everyone really does. That's the beauty of it. And I love Nashville. Like, I don't want to see you guys get eliminated in the first round. I want everyone to win the first round. Let's just all have fun. So the final matchup in the first round, we have the Jets and the Blues. And this one I struggled with because I don't think that I was expecting a Jets versus Blues first round matchup. I think I was really expecting a Jets versus Stars and a Preds versus Blues first round matchup. In my head, I had mentally picked the Blues to beat the Preds and the Jets to beat the Stars. So I wasn't ready to make this decision, but I had to make one. So I picked the Blues because I love their story. They were really bad. I don't have to tell you that. You probably know this. And it's been really fun to see them turn it around. I love Binnington, and I think, again, a hot goalie can really take you in the playoffs. And I would love to see that happen. So I had to make a decision. I picked St. Louis. We're going to run with it. Okay, second round in the East. Nothing too crazy here, except it's insane. I have the Leafs and the Islanders getting through. Do I think it'll happen? Probably not. But can I have my hopes and dreams? Absolutely, and that is one of them. All right, out in the West, I am picking the Flames over the Golden Knights. Again, same reason. I don't have faith in a lot of my matchups, but this is one that I do think could realistically happen. And then also Dallas versus the Blues. Well, that is something I didn't expect in the second round, for sure. Don't know how I got here. So I'm gonna pick the Blues because, I don't know, I make weird life choices. Jordan Binnington, whatever. The Blues are going to the conference finals. This would be fun, and you know it. Don't even judge. Now we're on to the conference finals. So in the East, I was a little bit torn because I have obviously Toronto and New York Islanders, and I didn't want to pick Toronto because then we would have a Canada versus Canada Stanley Cup final, and we just can't have that. I want to see America in the Stanley Cup final because I feel like it just causes us to have a little bit more of a pulse on hockey here, and once America is officially out, like nobody in America will care. So I need to make sure that a team is in it. So, you know, New York Islanders, Stanley Cup final. I also picked that because we gave the Islanders a lot of going into this season. And I would love nothing more for them to go to the Stanley Cup final and prove just how dumb we all are and how we know absolutely nothing. Conference finals in the West, we have Calgary and St. Louis. Picking the Flames because I have no clue how I got St. Louis getting to the conference finals, but there they are. Calgary gets through. And for the Stanley Cup final, I can't believe I have Calgary Flames versus the New York Islanders, but here we are. And I have the Calgary Flames winning the Stanley Cup. And in all seriousness, that is one pick that I could genuinely see happening. I think either Tampa or Boston are also fantastic choices. And really what it comes down to is I want all of the crazy shit that happens in the Stanley Cup playoffs because, you know, the tagline is, there is nothing like playoff hockey, and that is so freaking true. So there you have it, guys, my Stanley Cup bracket of chaos. I'm curious to know who you guys have hoisting Lord Stanley come June, and what are some of the crazy picks that you have in your bracket. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments or replies, and thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, cheers to hockey. Woo! Oh, I missed it. There we go.